Welcome, my name's Pete. Today I'll be installing the HEED crash bar engine guard system on my 2022 KTM 1290 Super Adventure S. All right, it's another beautiful morning in West Virginia. So I'm gonna go ahead and open these up now. This is the HEED crash bar system. It is a steel tubular system. The reason why I went with HEED is because I couldn't find essentially anything else at the time. And they also appear to be very well made, and I liked their design appearance. It appears that the company is located in Poland, and because that's where they ship from. It was about 407 euros, I think, which equated to $437 plus $100 in shipping. So not cheap on shipping to the US, but hopefully it will be well worth it. We'll get these on the bike. One of the things I want to mention is that I did drop the bike once, slow speed stall. As I mentioned in another video, my Lone Rider left rear saddlebag kind of saved the bike. I did get the handlebar scraped just a little bit, and the lower fairing or fuel fairing on the left side got a little scratch. If I had these on, I would have probably sustained no damage. So I'm excited to get them on and then hit the trails. All right, unpackaged. All right. Instructions don't look too bad for the installation of the crash bar itself. One thing to note is that I did order a OEM skid plate. So this thing is aluminum, and it's probably better than the plastic on there, but maybe not by much. I was thinking about doing some aftermarket ones. However, there is a note when you buy the HEED on their website that says that the OEM skid plate will not work with their crash bars. Fairly handy. I've done a lot of fabrication and things like that, so I'm going to see if I can make this work. I don't know that I'm going to integrate it today. I will probably just fit the crash bars and then at a future date, but I'm going to take a look and see where there may be conflict between the parts and why they're saying it may not work. Also, when I ordered the crash bars, I ordered the version that comes with a bag, one for each side. They're pretty large, it looks like. And these strap into, I believe, this opening right here. Kind of fit in there nicely and give you some extra storage. Probably a place to keep, maybe a small tool kit. Probably put a first aid pouch in one or something like that. My tourniquet. All right, so I'll get started. All right, step one is to remove these 4 screws and replace them with these, they're calling them shock absorbers. I'm going to put a little Loctite on them. The blue stuff, so they don't back out. And it says to just put them in here hand tight. All right, one down. All right, for this next step, we're going to install this big guy right here. It's a M12 by 335 millimeter bolt, they're calling it. It's really a through rod, it looks like. So I'm going to pop this rubber cap off here and run it through the other side. Just removing the nut in the washer. Sticks out there. No, that helps if you put it on the right one. Oh, that was great. I like doing things twice. I learned my best lessons that way. All right, left side done. I'm going to repeat on the right. All right, I flipped around to the right side of the bike. Pop the rubber plug off this side. You can barely see the bolt sticking through there. I'll have to push it over. There we go. And then it says essentially to go ahead and mount this thing. So this is going to go there. And you can see right in here, maybe you could see, get this out of your way. But right there's the other, where the hex bolt's going. So I'm just going to put it on. Not the easiest thing to do with the left hand when you're right-handed. But I think if I can get this one started first, it'll hold the whole thing in place. Easier said than done. Holy cow. All right, I'm coming up with a new plan. All right, put a little thread locker on here. I already put one on the hex bolt that's going in. New plan, I'm gonna try to secure this onto the rod, even though it moves. If I can get that on there, that might be money. That will certainly help. Yeah, this is a tight spot. Doesn't help that I have large hands. Someone with smaller hands would probably have a much easier time here. There we go. I think I got it started, so that's good. All right, it's not going anywhere now. On to the next step. Right now I'm just going to leave everything loose and tighten it all up at the end. All right, next step is to put the U-bolt on. I'm going to put some thread locker on these two. I'll just put one nut in there to hold it for a moment. All right. All right, now I'm on the left side of the bike. Repeat the same process. Now to tighten these, it looks like I'm going to need a thin wall socket, so hopefully I can find one of those. I should have one, and I think I just pushed it too far through, and I did. Oh, I just got it to catch there. I'm going to put the U-bolt on now. So far I don't see any interference with where this goes and the skid plate, so that's good news, but we'll see at the end. I may try to change the skid plate right after this and do it with this in place. That would be a good test to see if there's going to be any issues. Got the thread locker on there. Well, that's not good. Don't want to force it and cross thread it. I don't know if the issue is the nut. Oh, there we go. All right. And now it's just putting the front together. All right, the isolation brackets are mounted. Now I'm mounting the bars to those brackets. Interesting, no washer on top, but they provide you one for the bottom. It's got a lock nut on there. I still put a little thread locker on it. Probably not necessary, but. Then the last step is to connect the lower piece at the bottom with these Allen bolts. These are not lock nuts, so definitely put it on here too. You can see there being a clearance issue, or at least making it difficult to put the skid plate on. Behind these bolts, they're kind of long. There's not a lot of clearance behind them, and where the skid plate will go. Forgot to put this on. All right, I'm gonna tighten everything up and show you what it looks like. All right, installation of the heat crash bars is complete. It was fairly easy overall. Some of the areas were difficult to tighten, that's for sure. Had to get a little creative, use some ingenuity to tighten, especially on the right side by the exhaust pipe coming down. But I was able to get it to work. Everything's nice and tight. I probably won't run those accessory bags on it all the time. I'll put them on in a minute so you can see what they look like. But overall, I think the bike looks great with it. Also happy to see that it's going to have some more protection now. So, and you may notice I have new Dunlops. Those are the Trail Max Missions. Nice 50/50 tire. I got 60 miles on them so far. I'll be doing a review about them soon compared to the stock tires that came on the bike. Thanks for watching my install today, guys. Hopefully this was useful. If you have any questions, comments, please drop them in the box. Also, please subscribe, helps me out. I think it looks pretty good.